What's up YouTube, how are you doing? This is Sushi with another episode of reviewing a game. This time we're going to review a racing game, that's right. And the racing game is called Need for Speed Heat. But most of you people who are out there, I doubt you are racing fans. The racing games, they have their own fans, their own loyal fans, and this video also could only have a targeted audience. Maybe not all of you are racing gamers, but I am like a racing gamer through and through. I play racing games professionally. I like the I had a steering wheel, now it's broken. I have to buy one more. I'm really a huge fan of racing games, and I personally adore simulator racing games. I'm not a huge fan of arcades, but there used to be arcades, great arcades made in history, like Need for Speed 2. I don't know, lots of Need for Speeds, but definitely I'm a huge fan of Test Drive, the ultimate Test Drive, the last one before the THQ goes bankrupt. It was a legend of its own. The racing games are amazing to play. The competition and when you race, you feel like you're detached from the whole world and everything. Racing gamers are much like real racers, real drivers, and the experience is almost the same. But obviously the struggle, the competition, it's much different from obviously game into real world. But the racing games, especially the simulators, try to bring that experience much closer to reality. However, I used to be a huge fan of arcade racing games. The arcade racing games, I said, like as I mentioned, like Test Drive Ultimate, or Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, or Need for Speed 7 Hot Pursuit, the first Hot Pursuit. There are lots of other titles with a good name. The Need for Speed Heat here. Now, I am not a huge fan of arcade games unless they're really good. Then I could like them. Now, the previous one, the Need for Speed Payback, was a bit good, but I don't know, something about this one, it's like worst. Okay, and I'm a little angry. I'm pissed at it. Pissed at EA Games, especially because it is literally the same game of a copy. The EA game does that. It has an engine. It keeps on making games like that, and it just makes some things a little bit different. And the same game is out. You purchase it and you pay a lot of money for it, and then it's just the same game. This time it's the same engine, the same, everything is the same as the previous Need for Speed. Maybe the structure, things like that changed. And for the first time, yes, I think it's fair to say, for the first time in Need for Speed series, we encountered a new concept, the character customization, which is amazing. Now, the environment of this game, it's really fun. It's punky, funky, interesting, beautiful. Palm City is really a town much like Miami, but it's kind of East Coast. I don't know why on the map is East Coast. I think Miami you can see the dawn, but you can't see the sunset. So again, it's East Coast. Anyhow, there are a lot of interesting concepts in the game and the customization, but it's just the same game. And I have nothing against it with this new thing that EA Game does. We keep on publishing a game on the same engine over and over again. I don't know, maybe it's not the right thing to do from a capitalistic point of view. It's profitable, so what the hell. Unless the game is good, I have no problem with it. The problem is the game is not good. And I am a huge fan of Need for Speed. As I said, that I am a huge fan of EA Game racing games. They're the best out there. Ubisoft Drivers, we haven't had one of those in a long time. My god, Ubisoft Drivers are one of the best arcades. I loved all the titles. But this time, this game, I like to like it. Honestly, I was waiting for this game. Now it's out, it sucks, and I hate to mention it. I'm not happy with it. And it's not just me. A lot of other fans out there think the same. They don't like the game. You know, it's just the game magazines and I don't know, websites and things like that. They all say 7.5, and people, you could watch the People's Review. It's 5 everywhere. People rate it like 5. You know, it's like people say 5 and the mags say 7.5. So we just say 5 and they say 7.5. 5, 7.5. We rate it out of 10. 5. Like average. It's like midway. It's people really are pissed at EA for making this game. They don't like it. Nobody likes it. Nobody. I don't know. Maybe a teenager that finds racing games hard and this one is made super easy for them. Maybe they like it, but nobody likes this game. Nobody. The Payback was a bit of a success. Maybe that's why EA Game thought that if they repeat the same method with this game, they could actually reach some good gold mine, but they were wrong. People didn't like it. And it's not just the environment, the city, and things like that. In this game, there is fun. You will find fun. Okay, but always that shadow of optimized, hard to control, disobeying controls. Just always that shadow is casted on the game, and you're always conscious about what you're driving and how much you upgraded your car, and there's always a limit, and it feels hard and solid. It doesn't feel good. So I don't know, maybe EA needs to kick up the quality a notch, but this time the Need for Speed Heat, I didn't like it. At the moment I hope I could find good things to talk about. And that's just everything. It goes even worse. The driving around the town is fun, but I don't know how it's made. It made like, I don't know, maybe it's a town, maybe it's the city is too small, but driving around the city gets too boring too fast. I think it's traffic. The city, the town feels like empty, like a ghost town, even though it's huge, East Coast, Miami. So that's one of the bad things about it. But I just wonder what's wrong with EA and Ubisoft. I don't know, they have a department for decisively screwing up their games. They do it. I think they do it on purpose. I don't know what's wrong with them. The NFS Payback was fine. The loading screens. Let me talk about the good thing, okay? But I don't know what's wrong with. Before that, let me just hammer the last nail on the coffin of Need for Speed Heat. I better call it Need for Speed Palm Tree Killing Competition or something. But it's just it. Instead of making this junk, why they stop making Burnout Paradise? Why they're not making Burnout Paradise? Burnout Paradise is much better than this. If they want to make a, I don't know, arcade crash, destroy palm trees and trees simulator, they better off make another Burnout Paradise. I truly, by this, they have no idea what's wrong with the game producers. So with that being said, let me talk about a couple of good things. Now, aside from the town feeling empty and driving around being boring, there's also one more thing. What's wrong with what happened to the photo mode? In the previous one, there was, I think I recall, there was a photo mode. Yes, it was really fun. But in this one, there is no photo mode. I can't find it. I really struggled. There is no photo mode, and you can't take photo modes. It's horrible. But anyhow, the good things about the Need for Speed Heat or Palm Tree Killing, whatever. Now, yay, the good things about it. I'll brace for impact because it lacks good things. It has amazing, fun, good loading screens. That's good. And the night mode, when you decrease the graphic quality, the hip hop songs and all the music and the culture and everything on the night mode drivings, it really reminds me of Need for Speed Underground, which was really fun for me. It was a beautiful experience. Underground, Carbon, they were the underrated Need for Speeds. I adored the Need for Speed night mode, Need for Speed Heat's night mode. I like it. That's fun. The loadings are really smart, really fun. You know, the car and everything, the lights and the neon lights. Sometimes I like it. I really adore it. I appreciate it. It's fun. It's tremendous. Loading the screen. Finally, I think this is the first or second game. Yeah, this is the first game with the best loading screen. So that's being said, I don't know, rest of the things are really negative. I like the loading screens, and that pretty much stops there. But no, I don't want to be savage. You know, the car engine and things like that. In this Need for Speed, we have more customization of the car, the wheel spin, smoke, the underglow, the way the horn blows. That's interesting. There are interesting things with the character creation. I think I mentioned these things. The adjustments you could do to your car, and sometimes going on the wide, long roads. Like I heard this rumor that Burnout Paradise was made the way it kind of invited you to drive for hours and hours through the city, the easy loops, the locations and things like that. The Need for Speed department really mastered it into making games like this. I think they use the same thing here, because when you hit the hills, when you get out of the town, it's kind of pleasant for me. At least playing at as you could see, the early stages of the game, it is pleasant. So with that being said, I would rank this game, I'm afraid, relatively low, and that will be number 11 from 0 to 20. I will rank this game 11, and that's meh. It's just that. So with that, there is nothing else left to say. Don't waste your money, honestly. Don't do the mistake I did. Don't waste your money buying this game. And with that, good luck and goodbye, YouTube. Out.